So thank you for joining me this morning for Take Command O2. Like I said, we'll go through smart plans, reports, and referrals, and then how to get paid in Command. As I'm going through any of the information, let me know what questions you have. You can either ask me in the chat box or unmute yourself. Either or is fine. I want to make sure that you walk away from today's training feeling a lot more comfortable and confident in using these different applets within Command. So first and foremost, we're going to get started in Smart Plans. Smart Plans are Command's version of drip campaigns. In eEdge, we had our monthly newsletters. There's an 8x8 campaign. We have some similar type of drip campaigns available to us in Smart Plans. A little bit different, but I'll walk through each one of the different types of pre-made Smart Plans for us, as well as walk through how you can make your own Smart Plan. So to get started with Smart Plans, we'll come over to the left-hand side of Command, and we'll go to the fourth icon down, Smart Plans, and I'll click on that. This is a Smart Plans home screen, so there's a lot of information here. So up at the top, we see it lets us know that we're in Smart Plans. To the right of that is My Smart Plans, and this is going to be your default page when you log in. And this is going to show all the Smart Plans that you have currently active that you can add clients to. And then to the right of that is going to be Library, and that's going to be the library of pre-made Smart Plans that we'll walk through in just a minute. And then in the top right-hand corner, we have a Create button. So you can create as many Smart Plans as you would like. Lots of different options. And I teach a deep dive in setting up lead gen, Facebook ads, and then setting up a smart plan to keep them engaged so you can add them, hopefully get them as a client. Down at the bottom here, you can see the list of all the smart plans that I have either created or added to my personal library. This will show the contacts that I have associated with it. So at the moment, I don't have any contacts associated with these smart plans. The date they were created, the duration, which is how many days that smart plan lasts, and the total number of touches. The touches are going to be the amount of times we actually connect. So either sending a text message, email, phone call, or handwritten note with our contacts. On the right-hand side, we have actions, so we can add a contact, we can edit the smart plan, or we can delete it. This is all going to be under People Plans. And then to the right of that, we have Published, which is grayed out because in the future, the expectation is that we will be able to buy and sell smart plans. So let's say you make a really great follow-up smart plan that you think other agents could benefit from. You would be able to add that to a smart plan marketplace. So another agent could buy it and make some quick updates for their business and go from there. Or let's say I need a smart plan. I'm really struggling with how to make one. I could search the marketplace for a smart plan that could fit my needs and then buy that for a certain amount of money. And that would be under the Published icon here. And hopefully this should be, fingers crossed, in the next couple months, knowing that smart plans are really getting more and more attention and are on more and more agents' radar. So now I want to walk through the library, and this is the library of the pre-made smart plans that are available to us now. There are currently 10 smart plans, and I'll walk through each one of them pretty quickly, just so you have an idea of what they are, how they work, and if they would be a good fit for your business. So the first one here is the Promote My App. Pretty self-explanatory. In February, KW launched the new consumer app. So now we want to get that app into as many of our contacts' hands as possible. It really is competitive with the Zillow and Realtor. It has access to listings all over the entire country, as well as it lets you see all the search activity that your clients are doing. So it can help create that one-to-one synergy. So that way, as your clients are looking or logging into the app, you'll know, oh, I saw that you were looking in Brookhaven. Are there any homes that you see there? Or, hey, I saw you were looking in Sandy Springs. Our initial conversation, you mentioned interested in Brookhaven. Have things changed? What additional information can I provide for you? To help keep that conversation going. You'll see here it's 5 steps. It lasts 5 days, and it's a total of 3 touches. That's important to keep in mind. So there's going to be 5 steps that you'll have to take care of, 5 for that 5 days, and you only touch the client 3 times. So I'm going to view the steps because I want to see, is this something that would be a good fit for my business? So if I click on view steps, we'll see the first step is sending an email. So it's going to be an automated email that goes out to our client. There'll be 1-day delay, and then there will be a text message. So if you sign up for Twilio, that is the automated text messaging service. I talked about that in Take Commando 1 as we were going through settings, but you can use this paid program to send out text message automatically on your behalf. It does cost 0.0075 cents per text message, up to 160 characters. And they also changed the settings for Twilio, so text messages only go out between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So you'll never have to worry about someone receiving a text message at 5 a.m. asking to download an app, because that would not be a great experience for our contacts. Now, if you don't want to use Twilio, this can be set up as a task. So when you log into Command, it'll let you know, hey, please send this text message to your contact today. Then there'll be a 3-day delay, and then it'll send another text message. So here you'll see that the last text message says, did you know that you can see all the cumulative stats about your neighborhood in the new app? Let me know what you think, and it sends a link to the app. You can update any of those text messages or email texts. You'll have that access because some of the wording may not fit right for you and how you run your business, and that's fine. So this is going to be a really simple smart plan to try to encourage our clients and contacts to download our app. The next smart plan is the bi-monthly neighborhood smart plan. So this is going to, bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. And this is going to send neighborhood updates to your contacts every 2 weeks. So when you go through and you add an address, a physical mailing address for your contact, or you assign them a neighborhood in Command, they will be able to get information and updates on current listings, what's under contract, what's closed, what's the average cost per square foot, days on market, all that information that they would be interested in automatically. This smart plan for the bi-weekly neighborhood as well as the monthly neighborhood nurture, those are going to be kind of the replacements in Command for the e-Edge monthly newsletter, because it's providing very specific information that's hyper relevant to that contact. Yes, our monthly newsletters are great, and it's a great touch and it has some worthwhile information, but how many emails do they need to see on, like, oh, tips for spring cleaning, or how to prepare your home for listings, or what projects create the most equity? Yes, those are all helpful, but when you can provide specialized and specific information to that contact, it's going to be much more impactful, and it's going to show that you're that expert and in that market. So you'll see here it's 3 steps. It lasts for 15 days and has 1 touch. So I'll go through the steps. So you'll see here, it'll send out an automatic email, then it will wait 2 days, and then it will repeat. And so that way, on the 15th day, it'll send out a new email with that neighborhood nurture information. And so this will repeat indefinitely. Since the bi-weekly and the monthly neighborhood nurtures are so similar, the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture is probably going to be most relevant for someone that's thinking of buying or selling pretty soon. I would say probably in the next 1 to 3 months. So that way it can kind of help them get an idea of what the market's like. If they're waiting for kind of a specific shift in the market, or they just want to wait till the market gets to a certain point before they list or buy, this will help. Excuse me. This will help them stay up to date with their neighborhood. The next smart plan is the 8x8 new contact engagement. And this is all about taking someone that you just met at a party or an event, and building that relationship with them so you become their agent of choice. So this is it has 15 steps. It lasts for 50 days and has 8 touches. So I'm going to click View Steps. We'll see the first step is a text message. And here is an example of the text. And again, you could edit any of this information that you wanted to. So you would send a text. Let me know what your schedule looks like in the next few days. Excuse me. The next is a 7-day delay, and then it's going to be a touch task. So then it's going to send an email or remind you to send an email asking to set up coffee. Then I'll wait another week, call the contact, touch base with them, see how they're doing, maybe follow up on the conversation you had at coffee or schedule coffee. Wait another week, then send another text message. Just wanted to check in, how's your day going? Any real estate needs I can help with? So, real simple text message. Wait another week, and then we're gonna add them to the monthly neighborhood nurture. So at this point, you should know where their address or where they live or the neighborhoods that they're interested in living in, and you could assign neighborhoods to their contact. So then you'll wait 7 days, then you'll give them a call and just ask how things are going, confirm that they received the monthly neighborhood nurture, ask if they have any questions about the information that they saw, or are there any other neighborhoods they would want to have added to that email. Wait 7 days, send another text message. What did you think of the neighborhood snapshot? Wait 7 more days, and then send an about our team email or about you as an agent. So kind of, hey, this is what it'd be like to work with me and my team to help you buy or sell, and let us know what you can, what we can help with. So it's just a great plan to manage that new relationship and help keep you on track. So that way it takes all the guesswork out of what you need to do to help take that new Met and put them down the funnel and in your sales pipeline. The next smart plan is the quarterly call plan, and this is as simple as it sounds. It's 3 steps, it lasts for 3 months, and it's 1 touch. So step 1 is a phone call, wait 90 days, and then repeats. What is so great about this is that every single agent should be calling their database at least once a quarter. And this smart plan will actually manage who you need to call on what days. Because one of the great features about smart plans is that you can set smart plans up so it only adds a certain number of people to a smart plan per day. So let's say you have 300 contacts. You can set it so it only adds 5 contacts per day. So that way, every day when you log into Command, it says, these are the 5 people you need to call today, and that'll last you 3 months, and then it will repeat to remind you to call them again 3 months later. It's just a great way to, again, to take that guesswork out of who do you need to call. I know some agents have, I'll call letters A and T and then B and Y. You can do that, but this quarterly smart plan, call plan will actually take all that guesswork out of it. Super simple. And you could add someone to the quarterly smart plan as well as another smart plan as well. The next smart plan is the midterm nurture. And this is going to be for someone that you've met that is looking to buy or sell probably in the next like 3 to 4, I'd say definitely less than 6 months. So you know that they're pretty interested in the market. They want to know what's going on. And you just want to make sure that you are there answering all the real estate questions, providing all that information as they gear up to make their real estate transaction. It's 6 steps. It lasts for 29 days and has 2 touches. So to view those steps, the first step is going to be to add them to the biweekly neighborhood nurture. Knowing that they are looking to buy or sell in the next few months, we want to make sure that they are getting that most up-to-date information about their neighborhood or ideal neighborhoods so they can stay in the know. Then we'll wait 14 days. We'll give them a call, see how things are going, what questions they have, anything else. Wait 14 more days, send them an automatic text message. And you'll see here we have 3 different text messages. Because this smart plan, as you see at the last step there, repeats 2 more times. So by having 3 text messages set up, every single time this smart plan goes through rotation, it'll send a different text message. So it's not just going to repeat the same text over and over again for 3 months. Or sorry, for a month. So it's a great way that you can set this all up. And again, it's takes the guesswork out of it. Just add them to it, and it makes it really simple for you. The next is the long-term nurture, and similar to the midterm nurture, the long-term nurture is going to be about working with clients that are maybe looking to buy or sell maybe 6 to 8 months. So you definitely know that they're going to make a transaction this year, but they're not quite ready. They maybe have a couple projects they need to get through, maybe waiting for that job promotion or salary increase or anything, maybe waiting for kids to move out. So we want to make sure that we're staying top of mind with them as well. So 8 steps, 31 days, and 3 touches. So we'll come down here. So the first step is to add them automatically to that monthly neighborhood nurture. So whereas in the midterm nurture, we added them to the biweekly, here we're going to add them only to that monthly neighborhood nurture. And the difference is they're not quite as ready to buy or sell. They still want to know what's going on in the market. They're still interested to know what's going on in their neighborhood, how things are selling. But they don't need to see it every 2 weeks because once a month is going to be enough information for them. Then we'll wait 10 days, then give them a call, see if they have any questions, wait 10 more days, then we'll send a value email as a part of the long-term nurture. So letting them know kind of what it's like to work with you, the difference that you'll make, any special offers that you make for clients. Wait 10 days, we'll send them a text message. Now here you'll see we have 6 different text messages because this plan will repeat itself 5 more times. So the first time they go through the plan, they'll receive the, hey there, I know your real estate needs are further off. I wanted to make sure you're getting all the tools and information you need. The next one is, hey, contact first name, last name. It's me. Though you're likely not ready to jump into anything yet, are there any questions I can answer for you? So again, you're just coming from a place of contribution, of coming from a place of service and adding value. So you're fully aware, I know you're not ready just yet, but what can I help you with? Is there anything I can help you with? Just want to make sure you're being taken care of. So this is a great plan for people that you meet or contacts that you have that are looking maybe 6 to 8 months. So that way they can have all the information they need. The next smart plan is a birthday smart plan. This is a very unique smart plan. In the past with eEdge drip campaigns, you could add them to a birthday smart plan and it would send out an email on their day of their birthday. This is a much more robust smart plan. And again, because everything in Command is all about coming from a place of contribution and adding value, you'll see just how great this smart plan is. So you'll see it's 6 steps, it lasts for 6 days and has 4 touches. So 4 touches in a week for someone's birthday is really big. So going through the steps, the first step is going to be to send a handwritten birthday note to them in the mail. So you'll want to send that just, kind of 6 days out. So that way they get it on the day before or on their birthday. Then you'll wait 4 days. Then you'll give them a call. And this is going to be actually the day before their birthday. So you just call them and say, hey, how's it going? I know your birthday's tomorrow. What are your plans? Well, I wanted to be the first one to wish you a happy birthday. Have a great day tomorrow. Enjoy your, night out or your plans with your family or whatever. Then you'll wait 1 day. Then it's going to remind you to post on their social media account, happy birthday, because you don't want to forget posting on social media. Then it's also going to send out a happy birthday text message. So imagine how great that contact is going to feel when you wrote them a card, you gave them a call to check in on them just to see how their birthday was, and you posted on their Facebook wall and send them a text message. That's a really, really big plan. It's going to make someone feel really special, and it's going to make you stand out. So while it has nothing to do with real estate, it's going to show you really care about that person. And if you really care enough about their birthday, can you imagine how much they would care about that person walking through a real estate transaction? So I think this is a great plan. And if you wanted to, you can update this, send SMS to be a manual text. So in that way, there's no confusion on any phone numbers. And I'll walk through that in just a minute. The next is the open house follow-up. So many, especially for new agents, open house is going to be a great way, are going to be a great way to build your sales funnel and get contacts and new clients. However, managing that relationship after meeting someone can be kind of difficult this open house follow-up smart plan is going to take all the guesswork out of it for you. So we'll see it's 15 steps. It lasts for 21 days and has 7 touches. So the first step is going to be send an automatic text message, automatic text message that says, hey, so-and-so, thank you for coming by the open house. What did you think of the open house? Now here, you may want to update this to say, hey, thanks for coming by. What did you think of the open house at 1234 Main Street? And you may want to include your name so they know who you are. Because most people that go to an open house probably are going to stop by a handful of them at a single time. So you want to clarify exactly which open house they stopped by. Then we'll wait 1 day. Then we'll send them an email saying, nice to meet you at the open house. See if they have any questions. Wait 2 days and then give them a call to see if they're interested in any upcoming open houses and see if you want to set up any showings. The next, wait 3 days and then send a text message. Say, hey, I have a few open houses coming up that I think you'd be interested in. Would you like me to send you a list? Wait 4 days. Give them a call to see if they're interested in any of those open houses. Wait 3 more days. Send an automatic text message. Just wanted to check in. Wait 4 days. Send, are you still home shopping email, just to make sure that they're still interested in buying a home, or if they, just to kind of maybe weed them out if they were just stopping by. Wait 3 days, and then we're going to add them automatically to the long-term neighborhood nurture. Or sorry, to the long-term nurture. So that way, we're probably thinking they're maybe 6 to 8 months out from buying, so we still want to interact with them, and then the long-term nurture is going to help manage that relationship. So one thing I would recommend about the open house smart plan, if you're going to use this, I would recommend setting up this open house smart plan before you go to the open house. So that way you can go through and you can edit some of the text messages and emails so they are specific for that open house. Once you make an update to an open house smart plan, you can easily copy it and just make a few tweaks to the address or maybe the date. So then that way, when a contact comes in the open house, you get their feedback form, and then when they walk out, you can automatically add them to that smart plan right then and there, and they'll get that text message within the next couple of minutes, and it's like, wow, that agent is on top of his stuff. So let you know, hey, I'm really committed to real estate. I'm really committed to you as a potential client. I'm here to help you. Let me know how I can help set up some showings or any open houses going forward. So just another great option, something new that we have in Command that we did not have in eEdge. The next smart plan is the monthly neighborhood nurture. So we talked about this just a few minutes ago when we were talking through the bi-weekly neighborhood nurture. The monthly neighborhood nurture is going to be the same thing, except it's only going to be once a month. So you'll see here, view steps, send HTML email, wait 30 days, and then repeat indefinitely. So this is going to be all that information about what's going on in their neighborhood or their ideal neighborhoods, what's for sale, what's sold, what the average cost of square foot is, days on market, all that information. This is also a great plan to add past clients to, just so they can stay in the know on what's going on in their neighborhood. Not all the time are they going to know that their neighbor put their house up for market, or that, oh, someone just sold their house for $20,000 more than any other house in the neighborhood. So it's just kind of great to keep them in the know real passively. So then that way, when they're ready to buy or sell again, or if they have any friends or family that are thinking of buying or selling, you'll automatically be that first one that comes top of mind. Like, oh, you should reach out to Nick. He is on top of it, and he really knows how to dive deep into your neighborhood. So I'm confident he'll be able to price your home right, or he'll be able to get you a very competitive price in that neighborhood because he knows everything that's going on. The next is the home anniversary smart plan. So if you have any past clients, this is going to be a great smart plan to add them on. And similar to the birthday smart plan, this is going to be a lot more in depth than any home anniversary smart plan or any home anniversary drip campaign we had in eEdge. So you'll see it's 3 steps. It lasts for 1 week and has 2 touches. So the first step is going to be to send a gift or a card to your client. So if you want to go ahead and put something in the mail about a week in advance, that way it'll get to them on the day before or the day of their anniversary. Then wait 6 days and then give them a phone call to say, congratulations, happy home anniversary. I hope things are going great. How can I help you? Any real estate needs that you or anyone you know have. Now, if you like to do pop-bys, that is fine too. You can also make a little tweak to this. So if you wanted to set this as a reminder to go buy your gift, and then you can change the delay to 4 days and then schedule pop-by. So that way you can go put it on their front porch, and then you can give them a call that day wishing them a happy home anniversary. So again, all of these smart plans are coming from a place of value, a place of contribution, wanting to make sure that we're putting our clients and customers first so they know that we are really dedicated to them. We're dedicated to understanding the market, and we're always here for them. So what simply in the past could have been just one single email or a text message now becomes a whole plan to really build that relationship and distinguish you from other agents that they may know or may have worked with in the past. Any questions about any of these smart plans that we just walked through?
None at the moment.
All right, perfect. So I'd recommend as you start to play around with smart plans and dive into them, start to set yourself up on some smart plans, see what it looks like, see what it feels like, kind of understanding what it'll be like when you sign into command in the morning, what those tasks will show up as for you. So I'm going to go back to my smart plans. And now I want to walk through creating your own smart plan, because we have 10 great options, but I know everyone runs their business a little bit differently. Everyone has their own systems. So by creating your own smart plan, you'll be able to manage that process very personally and make sure that everything is in your tone, in your voice, and in the way that you like to interact with your clients. So in the top right-hand corner of the Smart Plans applet, you can click on Create. And then we'll just give this a name. So I'll make this Take Command Training. And today is August 4th. So 8:04, and click Apply. All right, so I'm going to walk through the layout of the screen before we start setting up the smart plan. So in the top left-hand corner, we have our smart plan name, which you can edit at any time. So you see the pencil there. Anytime you see a pencil in command, it lets you know that you can make an edit there. In the middle here, it says it's 1 day, 0 steps, and 0 touches, because right now we don't have anything in the smart plan. As we start to add steps and touches, all this information will update, because there are specific guidelines on the total number of steps and touches that you can have for a single smart plan. And I'll walk through those in just a second. To the right here is the Add Contact button. So once we go through and create our smart plan, we can add a contact to it. We can update settings once we have one, and we can save. So before we get started though, I want to walk through the tips and rules for building a smart plan. So I'm going to click here, and this is going to set up those guidelines so I know exactly what I'm doing and how best to use smart plans. So the first item is create a task. So allow up to 7 days a day, 7 tasks per day for smart plan. Delays must be added to include more. So the reason you're only allowed up to 7 tasks per day is because if you start adding a ton more tasks, you're going to get overwhelmed and you're not going to be able to finish them. And then your smart plans are going to get behind. And some smart plans are going to require that a specific action or task take place before the next step can happen. So for some smart plans, they may require that you go in and you add their address or neighborhood, because the next step in 3 or 4 days is that they get added to the monthly neighborhood nurture. But if you have too many tasks in that smart plan, you're never going to get to it, because you have 10 different people, 10 different smart plans running. And so you have to do 70 different tasks, and it just becomes a lot, because then that'll probably take away from your time in lead generating as well as showing homes. So it's going to limit the number of tasks that you can have per day. The next is for sending text messages or email. It requires at least a 1-day delay between scheduled text messages or email messages. That is to prevent us from pestering our database. We always want to come from that place of value and contribution. So sending a text message or an email providing value is great, but we don't want to send them 3 different text messages on a single day. Here's market updates. Are you interested in open houses? Let's schedule some showings. If they're not responding to you, they're probably busy. We don't want to harass them. So the smart plan makes sure that you wait at least 1 day before sending them another text or email, so you're not bothering them. So that's my next item here, set a delay. And a delay is going to be, cannot be less than 1 day in duration. And it requires at least 1 action between delays. So if let's say day 1, send text message, then I have to add a delay. And then day 3, so I can add, at least a 1 day delay, but it could be 2, 3, 4, up to 14 days in delay. Then my next step can be send an email. Then I have to add another delay before I do something else. So it just helps manage the time and the timing of our touches with our database. And a total smart plan that we create cannot exceed 90 days. So we can't create our own smart plan and put a contact on it indefinitely. We really need to make sure that the point of the smart plan is able to be completed within 3 months. You are able to add someone to another smart plan from within a smart plan. And it's only allowed once per smart plan. So you can't set someone up to join the 8x8 and then a biweekly neighborhood nurture. You can only pick 1 smart plan. Delays must be added within the steps and cannot add more than 1 version of a canned smart plan. So I couldn't add someone to an 8x8 twice. So I couldn't make adding them to an 8x8 step 4 and then also step 7. It won't work. So when you set up tasks as a part of your smart plan, so if it is to send a handwritten note or to send a personalized email or add their address to their contact card, it must be due within 2 weeks. Again, this is to prevent you from getting behind in the tasks that you have to do. So if you start giving yourself 2 weeks or longer to complete tasks, it's probably going to fall down to the bottom of your to-do list and you're not going to do it. You're probably going to forget about it, and that can affect the next couple steps of your smart plan. Restarting flow. So if you wanted to, you can set up a smart plan so it goes through the smart plan multiple times. I kind of showed you that with, I believe it was the long-term neighborhood nurture, as well as the promote my app smart plans. It'll go through it multiple times. So if you want to, you could set up so that way you have multiple emails that send, multiple different text messages that send. So that way you can maintain that relationship with them longer. However, that smart plan must be at least 2 weeks in length, and the last step to restart the flow must be the last action in that smart plan. So overall, per smart plan, touches cannot exceed 7 touches within 7 days, 12 touches within 30 days, and 15 touches for 1 smart plan, so within 90 days. Again, that's just making sure that we're not harassing our contacts. We want to make sure that we are always coming from a place of contribution and value. So these are the rules for how to set up Smart Plan. Now we can actually start playing around and setting that up. So I'm going to go back to actions, and I'm just really quickly going to make a Smart Plan, and we can make it up as we go along. You'll see the first item here is a trigger. So right now we have to trigger a Smart Plan manually. That means we have to go and physically add someone to that Smart Plan, either within their contact card, bulk actions, or within Smart Plans. In the future, there's the expectations that we can set Smart Plans to start automatically. So let's say you set up a Facebook lead gen campaign. You theoretically could set up a Smart Plan that once someone is added to your database from that Smart Plan, they automatically get added to that Smart Plan. Or let's say you want to create your own birthday smart plan. You can set it up so that the trigger event is automatically set as that contact's birthday. That is coming down the pipeline soon, so just know that it is going to be an option. But for now, you do have to manually add a contact to that smart plan. So now let's start adding some steps and actions to our smart plan. So let's say the first thing I want to do, I want to send a text message. So I just click on text, and you'll see it adds that task over here, and it updates my counter here in the middle of the top. So 1 day, 1 step, 1 touch. So going through here it shows me that your Twilio account is connected. So I did sign up for Twilio, so I pay the 0.0075 cents per text message sent. If you don't want to use Twilio or you haven't yet, it'll let you know it'll be set up as a task reminder for you to send a text message from your personal account. Message type is going to default to static. But remember when I was showing you earlier that you can go through a smart plan multiple times. And so if you want every time they go through a smart plan to be a different text message, so it doesn't seem like they're just getting the repeat information, you can set dynamic text messages. And you'll see here, it allows us to write multiple text messages. So text 1, 2, 3, and we can add another. So that way, every time they go through it, they get different information. But for today, I'm just going to set up a static text message. Before I get started on writing this text message, I want to point out over here this item called a merge field. So anytime you see the parentheses with an F in it, that's a merge field. And that allows you to add make the text message look personalized. So I can add pieces of information, so first name, last name, email, phone, birthday, home anniversary, my name, my last name, team name, and @ I can add any of those pieces of information to that text message. So I could type in, hi, add in the merge field of contact first name. I can say it's, and then I can add my agent first name, my agent last name with, and then add my team name. Are you still thinking about selling your home? Perfect. I mean, it'd be that simple. And then I'll just click the save button. All right. So because now I have a text message, I need to set a delay before my next action. So I'll click set delay.
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
Question. Can those merged fields, I noticed that there's only a few and there's a lot of different fields that we put in for a contact when we enter a contact into a command. Can that be added to, or is it just what they recommend you put in that particular spot?
So we only have access to the merge fields that are included in this list here. We can't add any other pieces of information out of a contact that isn't linked here.
Okay.
Now, if you have suggestions, if there's pieces of information that you think would be a great fit to add as a merge field, you should definitely submit that to labs as an idea, because I think that could be helpful for other agents as well.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Now, if there is something, let's say you want to include a specific piece of information, you could maybe set this up as a task to remind you to send a text message and include that piece of information. So then okay, I need to send a text message to this contact today. I need to make sure that I have his or her spouse's name in it. So that just something to keep in mind of how
Gotcha.
you
So you can kind of customize it by the client if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So I added our delay, so I can select how many days I want that delay. I'm gonna make it 2 days, and then I want to send an email. So I just click send email, and scroll down. So you'll see here it says simple as email type. That means it's going to be a text-based email. We do have the options of sending HTML emails, and I'll walk through what those options are. But I highly recommend that when you're setting up a smart plan that you don't use HTML, because so often email providers flag HTML emails as spam. Think of how many newsletters you get from every store you've ever shopped at, or every store within a 2-mile radius of your home or any other real estate agent you've worked with in the past. You just get a lot of information and a lot of emails. So Gmail, for instance, will flag probably about half of those as spam and put them directly into your spam folder. Well, the emails that we're sending are not spam. These are very important emails. We, as Keller Williams agents, are always coming from that place of contribution. So we want our information to be received because we're going to, add value and information and benefits to our contacts' lives. So I recommend that you leave it simple. But if you insist on using an HTML email, I'll show you how to do that. So you'd click on HTML. Then it'll say Browse Library for email template. So at the moment, we only have a handful of HTML templates that we can use. So it's really limiting on the types of information that you can send. So the first one here is opportunities email. This is still a work in progress because there is a plan to have a smart plan for opportunities. The first one is going to be work with me for sellers. So I can click on preview. And you can see here's this really pretty graphic. You have all these fields up here, which information would automatically fill in. When you're ready to sell, I'm here to help. And then here's all this text message. Let's work together. And then again, that information and download my app. Now, I can't make any changes to this email. So I just have to make sure that if I want to use this HTML email, I am really confident that this makes sense. If you want to use it, you could click select template. The next is going to be work with me buyer. So same idea. If you're looking to buy, I'll be your guide. And all this pre-made. And it's really pretty. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know how relevant it's going to be for a custom smart plan. The next is going to be home anniversary. So if you want to make your own home anniversary smart plan, which will not be able to automatically trigger, here's an email for you. See your neighborhood trends, cute little graphic, and all of your information will automatically populate there. Same thing for birthday. If you want to set up your own manual birthday, here's happiest of birthday wishes to you. And then the last one is going to be promote your app. So here's a pretty HTML email focused on getting contacts to download your app. So you see here why I probably wouldn't really recommend that you use HTML email. I mean, we only have 5 options and they're very, very specific and you're unable to edit them to make them match what you need. So I would just recommend that you use the static email. The simple email here. So now I want to walk through setting this up. So we'll do subject, touching base on real estate needs. Let's do real estate plans. And then I'll just start typing here. Now you'll see we have a handful of options of how we can edit this. So basic, make it bold, italic, underlined. We can add bullet points, make text bigger, change color, change the layout or the alignment of the text, add a link and merge fields. So I can say hi, then I can add a merge field here of contact first name. Now we do have fewer options in the emails than we did in the text messages. Just point that out. So say hi, contact first name. I hope you're having a great day. When we last spoke, you mentioned wanting to buy a new home. Can I set you up to receive automatic updates for your neighborhood? It is a service I offer to top customers. I don't know. I'm just making this up as we go along. Then I can say, thank you, Nick. Now, one thing I want to point out is that because this is a simple email, it's not going to have your email signature from your Gmail account or whichever email provider you use. So you'll probably want to go through here and just manually add your email signature so it looks like it came from the same email that you normally send. Just put in your phone number, and then I can click this, and I can make this a link. So it sends to nicholascore@kw.com. Click add link. Perfect. Then I'll click save. Then we'll add a delay. And so let's make this 4 days, hit save. And now we can add them to a smart plan. So I'll click add to smart plan, come down here. Now, you have to have the smart plan in your people plans library of active smart plans in order for it to be able to be used. So I'm going to click my neighborhood monthly or my monthly neighborhood nurtures, click save. Come up here, set a delay. Now there's a lot of scrolling back and forth. So I'll just click, let's make this 3 days, hit save. Then we'll hit, let's do a phone call. We haven't made a phone call yet. So here we'll want to set the task up. One piece of feedback that I received is that when you're setting up this task, if you can include all the information in the task name, that'll save you from having to click into that task from your home page in Command and just make it really simple for you. So you can just, oh, I log into Command, oh, I have to make a phone call, there's the phone number, boom, 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 and I'm done. So we'll name this task call. Now we have the merge fields here to the right. Now for whatever reason, whenever you're naming a task and you use merge fields, they go in the backwards order. I don't know why. It's so odd. So in order to get the task name to show up correctly, we'll just put the merge fields in backwards. So I'll start with contact phone number, contact last name, contact first name. Now, when I log into Command and I see this task, it'll say call, contact first name, last name, phone number. So I can see that it says call Ryan Smith 770 whatever, whatever. So I know, perfect, I don't have to click into a contact. All of Ryan's information is right there. And then task description and say call, and I'll include, first name, last name, phone number. Now, for whatever reason, when you're doing the description, you can put the merge fields in the correct order. So call, first name, not last name, and to see what questions she has about the monthly neighborhood nurture info, and what additional info you can provide. Super simple. If you need to add a hyperlink, so you want to maybe have to reference some information, or there's an article or something that you want to make sure that you reread before you call them, you can add that hyperlink here. And then due in. So remember earlier I talked through, it has to be due within 2 weeks. So I'll set this due within 2 days. Because we have a lot of phone calls that we have to make as a part of our quarterly call plan. So this is going to be an additional call on top of that. So just got to make sure that I'm time blocking my schedule appropriately. So I'll click due in 2 days and then click save. Perfect. And then I'll come up here, set a delay. So click on delay, and then we'll set 2 days, save. And then we'll just do one last text message. So I'll send SMS. So I'll scroll down there, and again, I'll say hello, and then contact first name. How how is the monthly neighborhood, the neighborhood information helping? When you're ready to start looking, you should check out my KW app. You can search for homes anywhere in the country. Save your favorite, make searches, save your favorite, and schedule showings for your favorite. directly in the app. Here's the link. And then I can add Smart Field, KW app link, and then I would put your name in here just so they know who the text message is from. Nick Core, KW, First Atlanta. Awesome. And then click Save. Now, if you wanted to, you could automatically add them to another smart plan, or you could restart this flow if you wanted to go through it again. Those are all the different ways that you can set this up. So you'll see up here, after we've added all these different steps, it shows that this smart plan is now 12 days long. It has 9 steps and 4 touches. So that is within our guidelines of having 7 touches in 14 days. So I'll click Save. So that way the smart plan saves. Now you can add contacts to the smart plan right away. So you can do that from right here. You can click on the Add Contact button. And you can add people 2 different ways. You can search by name. So I can search for, let's say, I'll look up myself and I can click Add. Or I can come over here and I can pull up tags. Let's say I want to pull all of people that live in Cobb County. And then I could click Select All. And it will select all 5 people that live in Cobb County. Now, once you've selected all the people, click Add to Smart Plan. You have 3 different options here. So you can start the smart plan immediately, which I do not recommend for whatever reason. And I think it's been resolved, but just better to be safe than sorry. In the past, if you were to select start immediately, a lot of the smart plans would get deactivated and remove contacts from them. So I recommend, at the very least, start on the following day, or you can set it to start on a specific date. And I mentioned to you earlier, especially when talking about the quarterly call plan, is you can stagger the start over the next few days. So if let's say I was going to add 100 people to this smart plan, I may only want that to go out to 10 people per day, just so I can manage the volume of calls and text messages and emails that I may have to send or respond to. So what I'll do here is I can set a maximum contacts per day. Now I only added here 5 contacts, so it'll only give me the option to add up to 5 per day. So I can add 3 per day, and then I can click confirm. And that way, day 1, it'll add 3, day 2, it'll add 3, and so on. So it's just a great option for you to help manage the volume of messages that you might have to respond to. So once you're good there, you can click confirm. I'm going to click cancel because I don't want to add any of these contacts. That is our smart plan. So I'm going to go back to our smart plans home screen. So I'll just give this a second and I'm going to reload it so it'll show our Take Command Training smart plan that we just created right here on August 4th. Now from this screen, I can come over here to the right-hand side and I can add a contact the same way that I just walked you through a second ago. If I want to, I can edit the smart plan, and then it'll take me back into the editor that we were just in. I also have these 3 dots over here on the right-hand side, so I can copy it. So let's say, especially if you're making an open house smart plan, I can click copy, and then it'll save, copy of TC training 804, copy it, and then here's the copy, and then I can go through and make any edits to it. So that way you can start to personalize and change any smart plans that you make. And if you wanted to, you can always delete it. Yes, delete. Now there's 2 other ways that you can add contacts to smart plans. I'll show you 2 really quickly. When you're in contacts, so I'm going to go back to the contacts applet. You can search for a contact name. So I'm going to pull up, here's my contact. I can add them to a smart plan right here. Just click add to smart plan, and this window will show up on the left-hand side, and I can add them to any of the active smart plans that I have. Or over here on the right-hand side, I can click smart plans, click add to smart plan, and the same thing will show up. So I can add them to any of my active smart plans. So that's within the contact card. Now let's say I want to add a bunch of people to my contacts, I can come over here. Let's do filter. I can select custom tags. So I want to do everyone that I used to work with at Coca-Cola. Scroll down, click apply. And now it's going to show me 70 different contacts. So I'll click show 50. So I can add 50 at a time. I'll click select all 50. And when you select a contact here, this select bulk action dropdown shows up. And then I can click add to smart plan. It'll give me the smart plan I want to add them to. So let's select this. And it'll give me those same options to start immediately, start on the following date, and stagger over the next few days. So those are the multiple ways that you can add contacts to a smart plan. One of the benefits and one of the ways that you may really want to or best leverage adding bulk actions is if you are running a lead gen campaign, so you have leads coming in, you can filter. Let me remove this filter. You could filter by leads only, and then I can come up here and I can say this lead was created within the last 7 days. And then I can click apply, and it's only going to show me the leads that have come into my system in the last 7 days. So maybe once a day at the evening, you see all the new leads that have come in. You can then select them for that smart plan and then add them to it. Any questions on smart plans before I jump into reports?
Nothing yet.
All right, perfect. Well, that's a ton of information that we just walked through in smart plans. So as you start to play with them, let me know what questions you have. To me, smart plans are one of the things that get me most excited about Command, because I can see how I can really leverage them to improve the relationships and move people through the sales funnel. So take advantage of smart plans, use one of the 10 that are already created, or play around with the smart or making your own. If you're in the Command Your Conversions Facebook group, Nick Baldwin and a ton of other agents are always sharing different templates that they have used for smart plans that you could then just go in and copy paste into the different fields. So check out that.
What group did you say that was?
It's Command Your Conversion on Facebook.
Command Your Conversion.
Okay. Yeah. It's great. They have tons of information about smart plans as well as Facebook ads. It's a great resource. I get a lot of information from there to help with my personal business as well as working with agents. So check it out. So the next item we're going to talk through is reports. And that is going to be over here. Let's see, with the bar chart icon. So reports. I'm going to click on this, and it's going to put us on the dashboard, and there's 3 different icons over here. So there's reports, goals, and emails. This tab for reports is basically just going to give you an overview of how your system is running, how you are working towards the goals that you're setting for yourself, and how you need to manage your workload moving forward. So for the dashboard, it's going to default to showing us our overall contacts. So our total number of records that we have in our database. So I have 1394, total contacts, 0 leads. I scroll down, it'll show me my database health. And the reason this database health is important because at the core of any solid real estate business is going to be a healthy database. That's where all of our business comes from, whether it's from direct relationships or referrals. We need to make sure that we have a healthy database. So here it will show me how all the different pieces of information that are part of my database, how healthy they are. So you'll see here, only 19% of my contacts have phone numbers, but 66% have emails, only 44% have addresses, 28% have neighborhoods, but 50% have birthdays. So you can see, I really need to start getting phone numbers, addresses, and adding neighborhoods, because that way I can make those phone calls. But this also lets me know, hey, I can send an email being like, hey, I'm updating my database. Would you mind sharing with me your most updated phone number so I have that? So it's an excuse for a touch, a reason to reach out to your contacts. Up here, there's a toggle that says compare, and this is going to be really healthy because are really great to use because it'll show you how your health of your database compares to agents in your market center. So I can see here in the First Atlanta office, 61% of command users of the command users of our office, 61% of their contacts have phone numbers, 79% have email addresses, but we'll see here only 20% have physical addresses. So it kind of lets me know phone numbers and emails are two places that I really need to start boosting up my health of my database. And then I can also select for all agents in the state. So how does my database compare to other agents in the state of Georgia? For all agents in Keller Williams that are in command, and this is one that I think is really awesome, agents in production bracket above mine. I would say it's probably every agent is always looking for, how can I build my business? How can I take it to that next level? So how do I go from 10 closings to 15? How can I go from a 300,000 price point to 500 to luxury? So you always want to know what people are doing in the brackets above you. So I can click on this and it lets me know, all right, again, 61% of those contacts have phone numbers, 80% have email addresses, but only a few have addresses, neighborhoods, home anniversaries, and birthdays. So I can see, okay, I spent a lot of time adding birthdays, but if I want to take my business to that next level, I really need to get phone numbers and email addresses. That's how I'm going to build my business. So it lets me know that I need to spend the next couple of weeks getting that information. Scrolling down, our database activity. So as you are reaching out, you're adding notes, sending emails, this will let you know what that activity is like. So you'll see here, percentage of reached out to in the last 91 days. So I haven't reached out to many people through command, or I haven't made note of it. I can filter by different types of activities. So people that I've sent text messages to, emails, calendar. And again, you can compare to the different agents in Market Center State, all agents, and in production above mine. All right, so that is going to be the dashboard overview. The next tab is going to be reports. So this is going to dive deeper into our database, our goals, and our opportunities. So I'm just going to click on database really quickly. So this is going to show very similar information to what we just looked at, but it's going to break it down a little bit more. So it shows new contacts, new leads, and then the activities that I've done for each one for today. And then I can, again, sort this by different time period this month, lead sources, leads by city for today, year to date, total leads. So again, just breaking down all that information to be as granular as possible. The next I want to show you is the opportunities report. So this is going to show you how you're managing your opportunities and potential income. So you see here the total number of opportunities by different phases, how long they usually stay in each phase, and how much your potential income for that phase is. So this is going to be for listings and then for buyers. So you can see here I have a potential income of a listing of $368,000 for buyers. Now the next one is goals, but before I show you this, I actually want to jump into goals so we can walk through what that information is. So I'm going to click on goals. If you haven't set up your 2020 goals yet in Command, I highly recommend that you do. This is going to help you manage the tasks that you need to create and take care of to reach your goals. So you'll see here, I have my goals versus actual. So here at the bottom are my goals. So if my goal down here is to have 28 closings, I need to have nearly 35,000 leads, which would then turn into nearly 1,800 contacts, 86 appointments, keeping 66 appointments, having 48 agreements, having 36 houses under contract, and closing at least 28. So the system knows that based on my average cost per sale, my total revenue goal that I want for the year, my total profit. So you'll see here, my total profit that I goal is for $150,000. And this year is tracking that I've only created $7,000 of my goal. And I scroll down here, all the different activities break down the conversion goal. So if I, going from a met all the way to a closed, at each different phase, how that percentage of likelihood of closing increases. And then of my total GCI, how each part of that breaks down based on profit, cost of sales, and operating expenses. So you can see this is a great way to know, okay, how am I performing to my goals? And based on this, I'm not performing very well. However, to get this information, you have to actually—
Hey, Nick.
Yes.
I have a question on that. Because, I'm obviously on a team with my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we've set the goals on his profile in Command. But we operate underneath his license. So like when all of our closings happen, it's all under his name
Uh-huh.
because I'm his sponsor. And so it ends up bringing a profit sharing check to me.
Yeah.
And then of course to my mom, who's my sponsor. But my goals, should I set my goals in here? Because I know that Command doesn't really work well with teams just yet. But even though it says up at the top, it says the Davis Moore Group as a team, and I can pull up information from his account on mine. It just never, because it doesn't even show like my closings on here because they're operated under him or they're closed under him.
Yeah. So it sounds like he's set up as a rainmaker, and we could
Yes,
spend some
correct.
more time going through Command for teams. I think here you'd probably want to set up your own goals, because I think even as an agent on a team, you would still have your own goals that you'd want to track to. Now, if you guys are running your entire business through Ryan, then I would recommend it would make more sense just to have a team goal and run that on Ryan's. But we could spend some time together and set this up for yourself if you're interested. But that's more for a team. Like if you're a rainmaker and you have multiple agents below you, you would have your own goals, and then each agent would have their own individual goals below that.
Okay. Yeah, because it's always been one thing that I've, worried about or concerned about is like, do I set up my own campaigns? Do I run my own campaigns and he runs his own campaigns, and then whatever contacts we get, it's just more I guess mud to the pie.
Yeah.
Or do we just operate under one person's command and just share I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think for you guys right now, my recommendation would be probably just to work under his, since you guys are running everything through it for a profit share. But we can spend some more time talking through different options.
Okay.
So to set your goals, up here in the top right-hand corner, click on Goals Settings. And this is where you'll be able to walk through a Kelly guide of how to input your goals. And one thing I really like about Kelly guide is that it takes all the guesswork out of what you have to do. The Kelly guide literally holds your hand walking through this process. So I'll click Get Started. And now over here, it's going to show all the information. And then anything with the Kelly guide, you always update the information on the right-hand side. So I want to update my goals for 2020. What is my annual profit? So what do I want to take away from after everything is said and done? Let's say I want to walk away with $125,000. My total expenses for the year, say we'll make this $15,000. And then cost of doing sales. So if there's any marketing materials, I would include taxes and everything, the cost of doing sales here. Your business makeup. So what is your percentage of listings, buyers, and leases? So I just put 50-50 here. But if you work more with buyers or listings, update accordingly, because based on the percentage of likelihood to close for each of those. And then your average commission per unit. So if you're tracking your closed deals to date, what's your average commission for each one of those? And that's going to help set up how many different transactions you're going to need to achieve your profit goal of $125,000. So I'll click Next. And now this is going to be our conversion rates. So it will automatically populate over here with the conversion rate. So lead to contacts, contacts to appointments set, appointments kept, agreements. And it's If you have your own conversion numbers, update these here to match your business, or you can just use the preset ones that are come within command. And this is going to tell the system if you're only converting 5% of leads to contacts, ultimately what that trickles down to and how many leads you're going to need to get $125,000 in income. So save and continue. Review your goals. So here it's just going to show you a pretty breakout of my annual GCI is going to be $200,000 for me to have a profit of 125 because it's going to cost me $60,000 in expenses and $15,000 in cost of sales and $15,000 in expenses. And click what's next. And I can exit out of that. And now it is updated my goals here. So now you can see I only need 31,604 leads, knowing that only 5% of those will get turned into a contact. So I need at least 1,500 or 1,600 contacts, and then 24 closings. So again, I'll show my profit tracker. I've only tracked, close to $5,000 of my profit for the year. If you haven't done this yet, I highly recommend that you go through and set your goals. I know we're more than halfway through the year, but it's still a great way to help you keep track. And then you can also go through and you can start setting your 2021 goals soon as well. The next item is emails. So within Command, you can send emails as a part of a smart plan, or you can send them as an email blast. This is going to help you manage to see how many of those emails you have sent. So you get 5,000 free emails with your Command email plan. And then you also get 5,000 free emails through MailChimp for up to 2,000 contacts. So this will show you how you are delivering on those email blasts this month. So I haven't sent out any emails here, but it would kind of show you this little bar chart here of your percentage of usage. So that way, if you have a ton of contacts in your database, some people may have thousands of contacts, you may be sending out a lot of emails, and you'll want to know, like, how are they performing? Are they getting clicked? Are they opened, replied to, undelivered, unsubscribed, marked as spam? Because that will help you go through and influence and say, okay, maybe I need to start reaching out to people to get their updated email if a lot of them are being undelivered. Or if I'm getting unsubscribed to, maybe I need to adjust the types of content that I'm including in my email newsletters or in my SmartPlans. And if you want to upgrade your email, so let's say you're using more than 5,000 emails a month, you can click on Upgrade Email Plan, and that'll take you to the Command Marketplace, and then you'll be able to select the different email plan that would work best for you. So if I scroll over here, yes.
Hey Nick, when you automatically send an email through MailChimp or through Command Mail, does it automatically put at the end of your email an unsubscribe button so that if they don't want to receive them, they can just click? Because I noticed you mentioned unsubscribe.
Yes.
Or is that something that we have to put into it?
No, that is automatically going to be added to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the different cost plans if you want to upgrade your email. So if you want to send up to 10,000 emails, it's $10 a month. You can see here. So just be mindful of upgrading, because it is an expense, and want to make sure that every business decision you make is what's best for you and your bottom line. So that is emails. Now I wanted to show you back in reports, we have the opportunity to look at goals reports. And this is going to be just, again, a really quick overview of all that information that we walk through in goals. So I can say, oh, here's my profit goal, cost of sales, expenses, and GCI. And how am I tracking to that? Here's just some really quick numbers, especially, so if you're working with a coach, you may want to double check these numbers really quickly before jumping on your call. Or if you guys have a weekly or monthly sales meeting, double check these numbers before you walk into there, or you can print them out to share with your team lead or with your, yourself or whoever. But it's just a great way that you can easily keep track of the numbers, because if you're not performing, you'll know what you need to do. It'll help you say, okay, I really need to focus on picking up my phone and getting those appointments because I need 17 more closings this year to reach my profit goal. Any questions on reports before we jump into referrals? All right. So the next thing we're going to talk through is referrals. So that's going to be over here with the little icon of the person inside the pointer. So we click on referrals. Referrals is set up to really simplify and streamline sending referrals to other KW agents across the country. It's also a great way that you can start to build passive income by building your referral network. So if you have friends and family that live in different parts of the country, you can start to establish relationships with agents there. So when your friends or family are like, oh, hey, Nick, I think I'm gonna buy a house. You're like, you know what? I have the perfect agent for you in Huntsville, Alabama. Let me give them a call and they've reached out to you. So I want to make sure you are taken care of when you're buying this house. You can then get a referral fee for that. So if you make that introduction, you get, 25, 20, 30% of that commission. So another income producing opportunity for you. The referral setup here, dashboard, is going to make it really simple for you to keep track of who you have as a referral partner and where they are in the country. So you can see here, this is all the referral partners that I have. I have 59 people, and these are going to be different agents that I've met either at family reunion or in different groups that I'm in, different calls that I've been on. So it's just a great way to make things really simple if I ever have a referral. So you can see here I have Bradley in St. Petersburg, Andrew in El Segundo, California. Then if I ever know someone moving to Kansas, I have Brad Korn here. So these are just a list of all of my referral partners. I can show one through all of them here. Super easy. If I want to add someone, I can come over here to grow my network. I see up here, I have my network and then pending invitations. So you can see here, if you have a pending invitation for someone that invited you to connect, it'll show here. If you've invited someone to connect, so here is an agent that I used to work with. I invited her to connect. She has not accepted it yet. I can track all my referrals right here by clicking track referrals, and it'll show all the ones that I have. If I want to grow my network, so let's say I want to find an agent in a specific part of the country. So let's say I want to find someone in Lincoln, Nebraska. Right. Let's try this. All right, well, I guess we're not searching here. Filter. All right, well, let's just try zooming in. Nebraska, where are you? So you just keep zooming in. And it should show all the agents here. So show production, market centers. So here I select market centers. And this shows me the Lincoln, Nebraska Market Center. And here are all the agents in that market center. And it's sorted by random. So I can sort by first name, last name, closed units, listing sold buy side. So I can click sold units. And I see here that Derek J. Katz has the most number of closed units in this market center. So I may want to connect with him. I may want to reach out to Donald or Jane. So it's another great way. I'm like, all right, I can see who I need to add to my referral partners. Going back to the dashboard. If you want to send a referral, I can click up here to new referral, or if I have an agent in that specific country, I can just click on send referral. So for today, we'll just send Bradley a referral that I have for someone in St. Petersburg, Florida. So I click send a referral. It's going to go to Bradley. I would select what type of client they are, or buyer, seller, whichever. The referral fee. So I let Bradley know upfront that I would expect 25% of that commission as a referral fee, and you can just slide that up or down. acceptance deadline. So I'm going to send this to him, but I only want to give him a certain amount of time to let me know if he's willing to work with that client or not. Because if he's not able to, I need to call another agent or reach out to someone else because my partner or my friend or family really needs to get started with their real estate needs pretty quickly. So I'll give them 1 day. And then let's say if they're trying to sell, they're going to sell between, 250 and 300. So he kind of knows the price point. And then I can write a quick message and say, my best friend's mom is looking to sell her home. She is moving back to Atlanta at the end of September. I can put the little message there. And then I can come down here and I can select from my database. So I can just, if I just, let's say I type in Jane, I'll just add Jane Fox. Well, actually, I guess I'll just type, let me just add myself. Perfect. So then I'll add the contact's information, the first name, last name, the address, phone number, contact information, transaction timeline. So he has until tomorrow to let me know if he's going to be able to accept this referral. I'm going to click cancel because I don't actually want to send him a referral. Over here, I can click on my referrals and it's going to show a list of all the referrals I've sent and all the referrals I have received. So I haven't sent or received any. This is where you would look for that. The next is going to be map. So I just showed you a second ago how you can, search for market centers in a specific area. Let me zoom out. So it's going to show all the market centers in the country. One thing that's really cool, and Mike showed us a couple weeks ago how to do this, but you can look for referral patterns. So I can click on referral patterns here. And this is going to show me all the referral patterns of people that are leaving Atlanta and where they're going to. So I can see here, people are leaving Atlanta and going to Atlanta. Tampa is really popular. Denver, Colorado is very popular for Atlanta transplants, up to Marietta, Charlotte. So this kind of lets me know, okay, maybe I need to look for a referral partner in Tampa because a lot of people are moving there. They want to be at the beach. And also Denver. So maybe I need to spend some time looking up agents in Denver that are top producers, that work in maybe a specific parts of the city, because Denver is pretty big, and start to make those connections. Because I actually have had a handful of friends that have moved out to Denver. And if I could say, hey, Chelsea, I know you're moving to Denver. I have a great agent out there that's going to help you find your new home. Let me give her a call for you. Boom. And there could be a 25% referral fee right there. So this is for people that are leaving Atlanta. But now I can also look to see if I click on received for what the referral patterns are for people moving to Atlanta. And I remember when Mike showed us a couple of weeks ago, it was pretty interesting that Tucson, Scottsdale, and Prescott, Arizona were all big cities for people moving to Atlanta. So again, those are great cities that I should reach out to some of those top agents in those market centers and say, hey, let me be your go-to Atlanta referral partner. And let's go ahead and we can set up 25% referral fee or 30%. You send them to me. I'll take care of them. I know Atlanta like the back of my hand. I'm a top producer. All of those things that you want to, tell that agent and start to build those relationships. Because again, this will be another income producing opportunity for you and a way to build your client database. So it's just another great way that you can build your income. And then lastly, you can look at your network. So click on My Network. And this is going to show me all of the agents that I have across the country and the different cities that they're in. So I can see here I have 2 in Tennessee, 4 in Kansas. So if I'm ever needing, I have someone moving to Utah. Here are the 4 agents that I have in Utah that I can refer to. Perfect. And again, with My Network, it's just going to show a list of all of the referral partners that I've already connected with. Any questions about referrals? It's a pretty simple system. It really takes a lot of the guesswork out of how to manage that referral partner. but it's also an income producing opportunity for you. So as you start to plan out your business goals, think of how do you want to include referrals in your income plan, because it will affect how you lead gen. Because so often we're going to think about, oh, I need to call all the people in Atlanta because I only work and I live in Atlanta and that's where I'm going to build my network. No, call everybody. Call your family and friends that live in Cincinnati and say, how are things going up there? I know I'm here in Atlanta, but if you ever have anything that you need real estate wise, like let me be your go-to, and I will make sure that you get taken care of. I want to make sure that my family knows that they have the best agent in Cincinnati. All right, well, I could then use that and maybe get 1 or 2 transactions out of it per year. So it's just another way to think as you're building your business that you can start to leverage different sources of income for yourself. And then the last thing I want to walk through today is, and really quickly, is getting paid in command. At the end of the day, this is the job, and we need to make money so we can pay our bills and keep a roof over our head. So to get paid, that is all going to be done through opportunities. So over here, the icon of the 2 hands shaking, opportunities, we'll click there. And this is going to be a really down and dirty, quick drive through opportunities. I spend a lot more time going through opportunities in the sales funnel in TCO3, so next Tuesday. But this is, if you have a contract that you get today, how can you get paid? That's what I'm going to show you right now. So within opportunities, I'm going to click on create opportunity. I'll fill in this information. If you're on a team, you'll want to select who the team is there. The opportunity type, so if it's a listing or a buyer. So today I'll select buyer. The owner, so since I'm a single agent, it'll default to me as the owner, but if you're on a team, you may want to select the agent or the team lead or yourself, whatever relationship and business decision that Rainmaker has set up for you. The client, so you can add whichever client you want. The client has to have already been added to the contacts before you get into the opportunity. You are unable to add a contact from within opportunities. So I'll click client, Tony Stark, and then co-buyer, I'll click Pepper Potts. Opportunity name. So I always recommend that you have it as the property address, client last name, and then if it's a buyer or seller. So here I'll update this to be Stark Potts. Now, once they're under contract, I can go through and update this opportunity name to include the property address of what they're under contract on. Below, there's some custom tags. So if you want to help distinguish different parts of town that you work in, different client opportunities based on your sphere or the referrals, you can add all that information here. So I can add Atlanta. Let's say this is going to be a $350,000 sale, so I can put that price point in there. Estimated close date, not required, but again, helpful. So let's say we want to close by September 18th. Commission rate, I negotiated 3%. Budget, like I said, 350,000. Phase, we're an appointment, and let's say we kept our appointment. So then I click create. Actually, no, sorry, this would be active, and we would be negotiations because we're about to submit a contract for compliance review. So I click create. And now here we have our created opportunity. You'll see here we have a pencil icon here against general information. So you can click on that and you can make any updates or additions to it. So if you want to add any of these specific dates to it, you can. If you want to select financing type, they're just going to use conventional and click save. And then for the property, you can also click here for the pencil and you can start typing in the property. So 1234 Main Street. And then we'll do East Point, perfect, and click save. Now that we have all of our details filled in, we'll go to the documents tab. And then here you start adding your documents. So I'll go to under contract because we're not supposed to use the consultation folder. See, it says do not use. So go to under contract. If you're just now getting this opportunity started and you need to use DocuSign, you'd click start a transaction and that would create a DocuSign room for it. But let's say you already have all your documents here. You can start uploading them. So I would just click purchase and sale. I could click add a file, and you can manually upload or add from DocuSign. You'd want to add all the documents that are relevant to that contract. You also want to come down here to the buyer brokerage agreement, the affiliated marketing and wire fraud disclosure, and any other pieces of information that you have. And you'd click add file, drag and drop, or add from DocuSign. Once you've added all of your documents, you'd click submit to MC. That is going to let Lynn and Alita know that there is a new contract in command for them to review. And they'll review it usually within 24 hours. They're pretty quick on it. And if they provide any feedback, you'll get a notification up here that the compliance review has been completed and you have feedback waiting for you. When you scroll down next to the status icon, let's say if it says not approved, it would have a little box next to it with some notes in it saying, please have buyer check box 3C or missing binding date or any other pieces of information that you would need to make sure that your contract is correct. Once you have submitted to MC, your next step is going to be to submit a green sheet. Now, I know that seems kind of weird. We have this great new system, but for the time being, we're still submitting green sheets. To go to your green sheet, go to mykw.kw.com, and then go to technology, and then select a green sheet. And then you would create a new green sheet here, and you would just fill in all of the information and go through step by step, filling this in. And by submitting the green sheet, you are alerting the MCA office to a new contract that is in command, and make sure that they're on the lookout for earnest money or be on the lookout for confirmation of earnest money as well. So that is how you submit a contract in command. Really down and dirty, pretty simple. Any questions about that? Nope. All right. So that is it for today's Take Command O2 training. Any questions about anything we went over this morning? Anything you'd like to see again? Anything you need more information about? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. As you guys are playing around in command, let me know what questions you have. Always feel free to reach out, call me, text me, email me, and I'm always happy to set up any one-on-one time if you'd like to jump in something and work on something together. So have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to speaking with you all soon. Thank you.